Just like the main story in Outlast, the Whistleblower DLC has us once again traversing through Mount Massive Asylum with nothing more than a simple camera that conveniently has a night vision mode. I'm sure you all already know this, but since we're in the same asylum, it's obviously going to be dark, so the camera is as vital as ever, especially on your first playthrough. But that's not why you're all here, so let me just get straight to the point. Can you beat Outlast Whistleblower without using the camera? Like always, let's go over the rules. The only rule is that I can't use the camera. I can't pull it out or use night vision. Just like last time, I would sometimes pull out my camera on accident or it would spawn me with the camera already up, but as always, I just put it away before I could even use it to look around. Also, shout out to Trico the Rebel for suggesting this challenge. And one last thing before we get started. Sorry if the gameplay looks a little choppy and laggy. When I recorded this, I had some frame rate issues, but when I recorded my first Outlast video, it was fine, so I don't know what happened. I was taking a peaceful nap before a man in a hazmat suit came and woke me up. I was still tired and wanted to sleep, so just like when your parents tell you to get up and you don't, he slapped me awake. I guess I was looking like a mighty fine snack because the hazmat man wanted a taste of me and licked the side of my face. He was going to do some forbidden things to me, but got interrupted and left while I had to watch the tape from the ring. Flashback 2 hours, I sent an email to the protagonist of the main story explaining that I was hired by the Murkoff Corporation as a programmer and witnessed all the messed up shit they were doing. After I sent the email, I went to program some messed up shit and met Eddie Glueskin, who would later chase us around the asylum. Facelicker told me I was done and I returned to get my laptop, only to find out that they discovered I was a rat. I then got beat up by police and forced to become Murkoff's guinea pig, setting the perfect example of police brutality and how corrupt people can be.
Will you willingly submit to forced confinement? Did you hear that, Agent?
He said yes, Mr. Blair.
Back to real time now. I finished watching the tape from the ring, somehow got free, and looky here, how convenient, a camera. As soon as I picked up the camera, Waylon decided to turn on the night vision, but it's a cutscene so it doesn't count. I escaped my cell and met up with a few guys stabbing an already dead doctor. The guy told me to stab the doctor, but I didn't want to, so he gave me 3 seconds to leave or else he would kill me. And I don't play around, so I booked it as fast as I could. Whether it was because I was being chased by cycles or just simply getting somewhere, I was running almost all the time, and after running for a while, you get hungry. So I dropped by the cafeteria to pick up some food. Something didn't look right when I walked in though. There were dead bodies hanging in the freezer and somebody was making hand stew, but I didn't care because I was too hungry. I walked up to the lunchman and holy shit! It was Joseph Seed from Far Cry 5 and he was cutting up a man. I asked him if I could have some and to show me that I couldn't. He swallowed the man's lung whole and started chomping on his intestines, so I just left. Even though I just saw Joseph Seed eating a man a few minutes ago, he somehow makes it to the area ahead of me and started to chase me. I managed to hide from him, snatched the key for the handcuffs, Joseph Seed chased me again, and I unlocked the door. I kid you not. After escaping Joseph Seed not 5 seconds ago, he somehow magically pops out of some doors and tries to cut me up. Just like Facelicker, Joseph noticed that I was looking like a snack and decided to eat me, but he was tired of getting salmonella, so he opted to cook me in a cremator. Fortunately, there was a hole in the cremator, and so I Chris Redfielded my way out of there and escaped. Up ahead, I had to find a valve to turn off the gas and spent a while in the dark before making it to the room with the valve. I turned the valve, made it back to the door with the gas, and we made it outside. Fortunately for me, you can actually see this time, which makes this challenge so much easier. Yeah, I don't know if that scared you, but it scared me. Like, what the hell did he even trip on? Anyway, after running a lot, I finally made it to the radio tower. I tried to radio the police, but out of nowhere, Fivehead shows up, destroys the radio, and starts smacking me with a baton. He was going to kill me until he heard the noise and ran off like a little bitch. I saw the door break and a man's body flying after it, but thought nothing of it and headed out the door. And there he was. I never thought I'd see him again. It was the fat man himself. Daddy Pig. I tried to break his ankles, but he killed me, so I went solid snake on him and snuck behind him. We see Father Martin, and just up ahead there was a dark area and Daddy Pig was chasing me. I died a few times because I couldn't see where the hell I was going and couldn't use my crawl tactics because I had limited time. After dying like 10 times, I managed to get past that area and made it outside. For this part, I turned off the switch for the electric fence, but someone was trying to be funny by turning it back on. So I turned off the switch again, got sucker punched, and I made it to the top of some tower. I jumped off the ledge but failed to make it all the way to the other side and ended up falling through the roof. I got chased by some people, escaped them, and made my way downstairs where I saw some slightly disturbing things. And that's when I met him, Eddie Glueskin. I ran away from him as fast as I could, panicked while pushing a metal cabinet out the door, died, did it the second time, and got a huge splinter in my ankle. I had nowhere to run, so I hid in a locker, but it was all a trap. Little did I know, Eddie had a high IQ and is probably the smartest horror game villain ever because he knew to check the lockers and found me. He said he found me because he could smell my scent, but he probably smelled some barbecue from when I was in the cremator. Eddie drugged me and I slept for 12 hours, somehow not getting killed in that time period. I was forced to watch him do some pretty messed up shit to some people, and finally, it was my turn. Just as I was about to get my balls sawed, Eddie got hit with the double whammy and chased after the guy that hit him. I guess Eddie forgot about the dude because I stepped out of the room for 5 seconds and he was already there. I don't even know how he didn't see me. I managed to escape him and ended up hurting my ankle again. I needed a key to open the mail ward and escape, so I found the key. Eddie saw me, I booked it across the basketball court, he caught me, and I saw the most horrifying thing when I turned around. There were 2 of them. I'm not sure how this happened, but it was creepy as hell. After a few more attempts, I tried to hide in a locker, but forgot that Eddie could smell me, and he found me. I managed to lock him in the room and make my way across the basketball court, but I just had to turn around and witness the phenomenon of there being 2 of him. I put the key in for the door to the mail ward, but out of nowhere, I got punched and was sent flying through the air like something straight out of an anime. He punched me a couple more times before I went flying into the basketball court, and there it was again. There were 2 of them, and one of them was standing right over me, so I had to stare at his crotch. I got hung up, but was too fat and Eddie was having a hard time hanging me up. Then a mouse prompt popped up and I think I shook my mouse too hard because my game crashed. I loaded the game back up, there was now only 1 of him, and the turntables as Eddie got hung up and impaled by a pole. I made it back to the first floor and there waiting at the door was Fivehead. I got close to him and the dude shanked me. He was about to finish me off, but then the wall rider came and killed him. At this point, I'm surprised Wayland Park is still alive. I mean, he got beat up by police, got beat up by Fivehead, got a big splinter in his ankle, hurt his ankle even more from jumping down 2 stories, almost got his balls sawed in half, and got stabbed. And to top it off, he just gets up after he got stabbed like it was nothing. I give this man my utmost respect. Getting back on track, I make it to Miles' car, and luckily the keys are still in the ignition. Who the hell leaves their car unlocked and their keys in the ignition? Well, it doesn't matter anyway because I started the car, showed off my driving skills, and escaped. But we still have one final decision to make. Whether to upload the footage that we got from Mount Massive Asylum or not. It's not really a choice because you kinda have to do it, but you can always just exit the game. Anyway, I uploaded the non-existent footage because I didn't use the camera, and we beat Outlast Whistleblower without using the camera. This challenge was actually really easy. I completed it in about an hour and a half. There weren't a lot of dark areas, and even then, those dark areas were really easy to get past. The most I probably spent stuck on an area that was dark was like 5 minutes. If you want to do this challenge, then by all means do it. You don't even really have to prepare. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I recently just hit 51 subscribers, so thank you to all of my subscribers because out of everyone you could have subscribed to, you chose to subscribe to me of all people, and I appreciate that. And with that being said, I will see you all in the next one.